participants in the consortium MMT. Take it away, Kia.
Okay, well, we're gonna just do a little Marvin Gaye, if that's all right. A little what's going on as you all get settled in, and thanks again for having us. Again, my name is Kia Johnson here with Deborah Williams, and we'll just kind of give you a little bit to jump to. As you're logging on, if you want to press mute, that's cool too, just so we won't get the feedback, all right? Here we go. Mother, it's far too many but crying out. Brother, it's far too many of you dying. You know we gotta find a way to bring some loving here today. Yeah, Father, there's a need to escalate. War is not the answer. Only love can conquer hate. Oh yeah, you know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Oh, so pick it lights, brother, and pick it facts. Don't punish me with brutality. Come on and talk to me so we can see what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, oh, hey, hey, hey. Everybody thinks we're wrong. But who are they to judge us? Just because our hair is long, our hair is long, you know, we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Here today, I say now, picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Don't talk to me. So you can say what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's something? Oh, everybody thinks we're wrong, Oh, but who are they to judge us? Just because our hair is long, oh, our hair is long, you know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. See what's going on.
Woo woo!
Thank you. I'll I'll be back a little later.
Thank you, Kia Johnson. Amazing and awesome. And welcome everyone to the Greater Memphis Chamber 101 new member orientation. We are so honored and happy to have you all here. I know I see our participants numbers is growing quickly. So if you're just now joining us, you missed some amazing tunes, but you'll hear them at the end by the amazing Kia Johnson, who is a student, I guess, Fenton is what you would say, or a participant.
Alum.
An alum, thank you, excuse me, an alum at the Memphis Music Town Consortium, or the Consortium MMT, as we call it. And you'll be hearing from Fenton right in a few minutes. But first, please allow me to welcome you and our good friend and Ambassador Donna Cobb keeps sharing her screen. So Donna, I don't know what's going on there, but always happy to have you with us. Again, welcome. This is the first time that we are doing Chamber 101 virtually, so bear with us. We might have some kinks, we might have some little quirks happening, but it's all good and it's fun and it's an experiment, and I'm sure you all are experimenting with it in your own offices as well. What I'd like to encourage all of our guests to do is keep your cameras on, have your mics muted, but keep your cameras on. And in our chat box, if you wouldn't mind typing your name, your title, your company name, and if you want to include your website address, that is fantastic too, or an email address. This way, as our other members are coming online and they see you, they might recognize you, or they might want to reach out to you. To everyone. Charity Nelson, not technology savvy, how do I put a camera on? If you go to your bottom left-hand corner, Charity, and hit the video icon, the thing that looks like a camera, it should allow you to turn it on. Keep asking those questions if you all have them throughout, and we will be happy to answer them. For 182 years, the Greater Memphis Chamber has served as the voice of business. Now that we are all together, I'd like to identify Patricia Mckinney, if you can do a quick wave. Tunja Lee, if you can do a quick wave. These ladies have been hard at work to put this together. And then if our good friend Terry Bosby, who heads up the ambassadors, is with us. I don't see Terry on the line. So Patricia, can you do a quick shout out to the ambassadors that are joining us and let everyone know who our ambassadors are?
Greetings and welcome to everyone. We want to shout out to our ambassadors, and my screen is freezing a bit, Amy, so I'm not sure how many ambassadors are on the line, but we do see Sebastian DeCock. I know that Kaylin Harris is trying to get in right now. Of course, we do have Dewan Hendricks on as well.
Great, and we're happy to we're happy to have them here, and you'll be hearing from them in a little bit. Now it's my honor and pleasure to introduce our president and CEO, Beverly Robertson, who, you guys, happens to be the birthday queen today. It is her birthday, so happy birthday to Beverly. Beverly, I'm turning it over to you. You're on mute.
Okay.
There you go. Yes.
Hey, well, thank you all for your wonderful birthday greeting. Yes, I am truly a Leo, and I've joined that great club of great Leos that you all know that have been, either you love them or you hate them. There's no in between with us, and that's for sure. But let me greet you, first of all, on behalf of the Greater Memphis Chamber, and thank you so much for at least thinking about us, joining our ranks. And we're happy that you're going to be taking advantage of all of the benefits that we have to offer you. You know, Amy talked about how we've got to navigate things differently. This is a totally different environment for us. We have never been here before, and that requires us to be much more creative, much more innovative and resourceful. And so this is the first time we will be doing Chamber one-on-one. And I will assure you one thing, you're gonna learn more about the Greater Memphis Chamber than you ever thought you could stand. And I think it's gonna be all good for you, because we wanna make sure you know what the Chamber does, you know the services that we provide, you know how you can take advantage of those services to be able to grow your businesses. Some of you, I've seen you earlier, and I have had Sebastian, we had a robust conversation on technology, which was awesome. And I hope to be able to work with each. Juan, I already know. Fenton, I'm gonna tell you this. If I could start every meeting with that kind of music, I'd appreciate it, because I'm bopping early, you know, on the call. So thank you for what you have done. We really do appreciate you. I'm gonna shut up because I could go on about the Greater Memphis Chamber. It's such an awesome organization, and I've got such an awesome team that you're gonna get an opportunity to meet. So Amy, thank you for allowing me to say a few things, and I look forward to seeing all of you around and working directly with each one of you as we advance our work forward. Thank you for joining.
Thanks, Beverly. It's now my privilege, we've pointed him out a couple of times, to introduce Fenton Wright, Vice President and Executive Director for the Consortium MMT, which happens to be located within the Chamber offices, and not many of our members know about that. So Fenton, fill us in.
Okay, so thank you, Amy, and thank you, Beverly. It's a pleasure to be here. Greetings to everyone. We are the Consortium MMT, Memphis Music Town. We're so thankful for our partnership with the Chamber of Commerce and being able to participate in this event. Kia Johnson is one of our alums, as already been mentioned, but we were founded by David Porter, a lifelong Memphian, Stax legend, and National Songwriter Hall of Fame member in 2012 for the sole purpose of building the music industry in the city of Memphis. And that is one of the reasons we are housed in the Chamber of Commerce, because we believe that music should be a major economic driver for the city of Memphis. And so we provide support to the talent community in two distinct ways, that is talent development and talent advocacy. We try to make sure that aspiring record producers, songwriters, and recording artists have the tools and the resources that they need in order to elevate their production, their creative work to a commercial grade level. And we also advocate for that talent, knowing and understanding that every economy is built on its small business sector. And each of our music creators, we consider to be small business enterprises. So Kia Johnson, who you heard from and you'll hear from again, KJ Management is a small business entity that needs to be supported significantly. And we're thankful for the support of the Chamber in order to make that happen. So we look forward to hearing from everyone. And we certainly have talent like Kia available for other corporate events. So thank you, Amy. Thank you, Beverly.
Absolutely, Fenton. Thank you so much. And for those new members that are joining us right now, yes, absolutely. Please put your name, your company name, your title, your contact information in the chat. Make sure that your camera is on so people can see you and put the name with the face. This is one of the ways we network nowadays, guys. So welcome to, to the new reality. So we like to give prizes away during all of our events, and to help us do that is our ambassador that was mentioned a few minutes ago, Sebastian DeCock. Sebastian?
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
So the question is, how long has the Greater Memphis Chamber...
Oh, I'm going to stop you, Sebastian, for 1 second.
I'm sorry.
To win a prize, Sebastian's going to ask a question.
Yes.
And it would be great. And Chamber staff members, those with the blue background, I know who you are. You cannot participate in these. So if our members, please, Sebastian, will ask a question. The first one to say it, take it away.
Sounds good. All right, here's the question. Here we go.
Thank you.
How long has the Greater Memphis Chamber been in existence? And I'm ashamed to admit that I don't know the answer myself. So don't feel bad if...
I said it at the top of the show.
You did.
We will take guesses. Anyone? Anyone at all?
Amy,
No,
you have a
Yolanda.
response in the chat.
Do we? I thought you were going to give the answer away, Yolanda.
No.
30 years, no. I will say this, it is over 100. Okay. That's okay, guys. This is your warning. We will be asking these quiz questions throughout the program. So let me give you all the answer. And Patricia, I'm going to ask you to draw a name from our participants. The answer to this question is 182 years. The Greater Memphis Chamber is one of the oldest chambers in the country. We are one of the founding chambers of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. If you go to Washington, D.C. and walk in, we are one of 12 flags, the Tennessee state flags, flying in the U.S. Chamber offices. So we are very proud of our history and existence for 182 years promoting Congress. Yes. Okay.
Amy and Patricia, we actually have someone who guessed.
Andrea Hill, you're the winner.
No, I didn't.
No. No.
Okay. All right. Well, that's how we will play this game. And Patricia, when have you drawn a name to win our first prize?
That would be Andrea Hill. And Andrea, we definitely will send you the information by email. Congratulations.
And Andrea, you won some bath bombs courtesy of one of our newest members, your CBD store. So I understand they are fabulous. Relax with them, enjoy them. And we're happy to have your CBD store as a member of the chamber.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Sebastian, for volunteering and helping us out. And the ambassadors are an important part of the Greater Memphis Chamber. They are our volunteers. If anyone is interested in becoming an ambassador, Terry Bosby on our team is the person to see, or you can drop that message in the chat and she will get in touch with you. We will now start hearing from different leaders of our departments within the chamber for you to really understand the work of the chamber, for you to figure out where you fit in. If there's something that interests you that you're hearing about, please don't hesitate to stop, ask us questions. This is your chamber, and it's a lot like college. You get out of it what you put into it. So, so listen, ask questions, get involved. We love having our members around the office when we're there in person, and we love having them participate virtually, as well as you've seen with Sebastian and some of the others that you'll hear from coming up. So to start off, Susan Hadley Maynard, our interim senior vice president for economic development. Susan, please take it away.
Okay, just to start my timer, because Amy said I can only talk 5 minutes.
That's
but
right.
Before I get started, I want to say economic development for the Memphis and Shelby County area does not just happen at the chamber. Everyone on this call is a part of our economic development team. And because of y'all's support and your membership in the chamber, our ambassadors, we can do what we can do to make the pie bigger for everyone. So first I want to start off by thanking everybody on this call for taking the time, giving us your treasure and time, because we do appreciate your investment monetarily and voluntary wise in the chamber. In economic development, what we do is we work with the City of Memphis, Shelby County, Tennessee Office of Economic Development for Memphis Light, Gas, and Water, and I think some of them are on this call, thank you, the Tennessee Valley Authority, the Workforce Mid-South, and a host of others to help recruit companies to come to Memphis. Since 2012, we have announced either expansion or new companies coming to town, over 220 projects. And those projects created over 21,000 new jobs, over $5.1 billion of investment. So that means, and what's exciting about this, they're not all concentrated in one area of town. Well, we do have some downtown. We have some in East Memphis. We have some in North Shelby County, around the airport. These investments are going on all over town. And not only do we recruit new companies to come to town, but we work with our existing businesses to make sure that they not only stay in Memphis, but they grow and thrive in Memphis. So we will work with them. We'll work with companies that want to grow in Memphis to make sure they stay in Memphis. They don't skip over the state line. We don't want that to happen. So we do this. Did somebody ask a question? Okay. We do this by reaching, of course, we reach out to our local companies through our partnership with Memphis Light, Gas and Water. We also, right now, we're doing virtual trips to consultants, site selection consultants, to companies, to let them know what all Memphis has to offer. You know, we're the town of the 4 R's, river, rail, runway, and road, which is great for not only logistics and distribution, which has long been our sweet spot, but also for manufacturing. We're working hard with international companies and American companies that want to onshore or reshore. We're having a big summit coming up in August, targeting 5 different countries, trying to get them interested in moving their facilities to Memphis. But not only do we do this, but working with our partners, the chamber keeps up with the pipeline of work. We are the herder of the cats. We make sure if the state of Tennessee says they're going to give you job tax credits, we'll make sure they give that to you. We're going to make sure you get the pilot that you deserve. We're going to make sure everything that happens. And we also have the service after the sale. We make sure once we get you here, we make sure you're going to grow here. But it's just, we've got a great team. We really work with everyone. We want y'all to know that we're trying to make the pie bigger for everyone. And that's, Amy, that's what we do in a nutshell. And I appreciate everybody. And I yield back some time. I yield back 1 minute and 44 seconds.
Well, thank you, Susan. And again, if you're hearing things and you have questions, please don't hesitate to either unmute yourself and ask the question, or feel free to put those questions in the chat. Real quick, because I am looking at his face right now, he's not going to speak, but since we have 2 seconds, Ted Ferris, our CAO and Senior Vice President of Finance, he makes sure that the ship is running tight, and I'm very happy to have him with us. We are now moving on to our Chief Public Policy Officer, Bobby White. Bobby?
Thank you very much, Amy, and hello to everyone. It is very good to have you all on call. Public policy is pretty much, as it relates to Pew, that whole, those 3 letters we're known by, where economic development is in the middle, where everything we do is about economic development, which is at the center, but it's propped up on all sides. One side is workforce, but the other side is public policy. Public policy, if you will, is like getting the environment right for economic growth and development. There are any number of things and ways in which we work, but I just like for you to think about that from that standpoint, having a right environment for growth, in almost as if in a garden. You wouldn't want to have the wrong things in a garden that are eating away at your growth, or you wouldn't want things to come in like moles. I have a mole I can't get rid of in my yard right now, to come in and to destroy the growth that you're trying to have go forward, but you want to make sure you're nurturing and doing those things. That's how I see our job. And one of the things that can be very injurious to economic growth has everything to do with policy. Bad policy can stunt growth. Good policy can nurture it and encourage it. And so we work at the federal level, the state level, and the local level to work on policy legislation that can promote and ensure that we are moving in the right direction. I've been privileged to 20+ years have spent time working at those levels. Federal government, I worked in federal government for 9 years, state government 3 years, and local government for about 6 years. I led the office of county, city mayor, and also a county mayor. And so those relationships, that energy, and the connection that we have at those levels is what we try to do to influence public policy in a way that is beneficial to our businesses. I want to share just regard to give you some insight on that. Consider what we've been dealing with COVID-19 and the coronavirus as we know it. Essentially, we've seen legislation happening at the federal level where CARES Act funding and things like that are coming down. What we've done, we've engaged with our federal representatives, our congressmen. We've talked with them. We've been in contact with them. We've been in contact with our partners at the national level, like the U.S. Chamber, as Amy mentioned, to do all we can to share our story, to ensure it's sensitive to what's really happening to our businesses on the ground. At the state level, you have funding that has come down for COVID-19, and we've advocated at that level. We've also advocated to ensure that state is being very sensitive to the needs of our businesses at the local level and providing support as needed. Pandemic relief, relief and the issues that are ongoing. Right now, the Tennessee General Assembly is being reconvened in the coming days around legislation that we're advocating for, which is pandemic liability protection, which is essentially giving businesses protection from frivolous lawsuits related to COVID-19. And that's something we've been advocating for along with other business associations from across the state. And then even at the local level, we work very closely with the health department to help to shape their view and the actions that they're taking, as well as with the city with the face mask ordinance to be sensitive to what we're hearing from our businesses. So public policy is all around, but the one thing I will say as I close is that it also becomes more personal. Business by business, I provide a good amount of ombudsman support, which is to say whatever the flavor of the month is for your organization, what you're dealing with, if it's a zoning issue, if it's an issue with an adjacent property, I'm here and I provide that kind of individualized support to support our businesses in the way that a consultant or some hired person might do. We at the Chamber try to provide that very personal support on behalf of the Chamber for your business and to support what you have going on. So that's it in a nutshell. We love to hear from you, love to support you in all that you do, because economic growth is at the center of it and public policy is there to help prop it up and make it real.
Thank you, Bobby. And on the other side of that is workforce development. Our chairman, Willie Gregory, began his chairmanship of the Chamber in January. And one of the things that he said was most important was workforce development. So leading that effort is our Senior Vice President of Workforce Development, Ernest Strickland. Ernest?
Yes, thanks, Amy, and welcome everyone. We definitely are appreciative of you being here and your time and your investment. I'll just share our workforce development and talent team consists of myself, Sandra Howell, Dolores Williams, and Queen Tatile. The four of us work tirelessly to ensure that we have a robust workforce ecosystem. And so our mission really is to connect, convene, and champion the workforce ecosystem in order to support and create a sustainable, high-quality talent pool. The vision that we've placed on ourselves is to be the leading business entity and a national benchmark in workforce development. The term workforce development is very ambiguous. If you ask an academic person what is workforce development, they'll tell you, training individuals in a classroom. If you talk to our local WIN, they'll share with you that they work with job seekers. But our role in workforce development is really to look at the demand side, working with companies. First thing we had to understand was who is our primary audience, and that's the employers, industry, individuals on this call. We know that you have a set of jobs, occupations that you need to perform in order for you to produce your products and your services. And so our role is to understand as much as we can about those occupations, what type of skills you need, and then to go into the marketplace to ensure that our community is providing a robust pipeline of individuals with those particular skill sets. As Susan and her team goes out to recruit companies, they're not only concerned with hiring initially, but they want to be able to sustain hiring and not only have access to, as she mentioned, the 4 assets, road, rail, river, and runway, but also the 5th asset, and I say the most important asset, being our people. And so one of our signature initiatives currently is Upskill 901. We've started that initiative back in October of 2019. We kicked it off with a robust summit at the University of Memphis, where we brought in over 300 stakeholders. We've organized those stakeholders going forward in pillars. One of our jobs being to align the workforce ecosystem. So we had to bring everyone in the room, and then we had to organize the room. That organization consists of pillars. We have the education community, we have the re-entry community, those that have barriers to employment. We want to make sure that they can be successful. The youth community, the adults that may be out of work, as well as underemployed. And then the 5th pillar being the faith-based pillar. We have a strong relationship with members of the faith-based community, the Memphis Christians Pastors Network, MICA, and other organizations to ensure that when our employers have a need or have pivoted in a skill requirement, we're able to translate that information over into those pillars so that individuals can get the memo, can make the pivot as well, and be able to obtain those skills so that they can be marketable and have qualities of life here in Memphis and Shelby County. And so we're deep into that work, even during the pandemic. Some of what we've had to do as a team is to understand that there are a lot of people unemployed. I was on a call this morning with state officials, and they stated that there's 25% of Tennesseans have filed for unemployment. That's 250,000 individuals that are currently receiving unemployment. So what we saw a value opportunity for us to produce was to create a space where those who are hiring can showcase those positions. Thanks to our communication team, we created the immediate job openings page of our website. And today we've had over 200 positions and 200 companies posting on that page, and over 30,000 viewers have went to that page for sources of employment. So we try to make sure that our companies are healthy and happy and growing. And we also want to make sure that individuals, that fifth asset people, are enjoying Memphis and are at full employment. And so I'll leave it there, and I'll be happy to answer any questions as we move through today's Chamber 101. Thank you.
And just a quick check-in, if anyone has any questions that you would verbally like to ask, please let us know. All right. If not, drop the question in the chat and we're happy to answer those. We have a great partnership with Southwest Tennessee Community College, and it is called MSQPC, the Quality Center. Leading those efforts is Dr. Dawn Fisher, Executive Director and CEO of MSQPC. Dawn? You're on mute right now, Dawn Fisher. He's coming.
Okay, can you hear me now?
There you go. Yes, we can.
Yeah. It's great to have everyone today. It's like a family reunion, having everybody here, so that's great. We have some exciting offerings. We're the only private-public partnership in the country that as a quality center that's in a major chamber of commerce. So we're kind of unique, and we're here to enhance our chamber members, both small and large businesses. One thing that we're offering that's coming up on September the 15th is our Memphis Lean Six Sigma Institute. It's we help you become either yellow, green, or black belt certified. Becoming a certified black belt is like being getting an MBA. It really is an enhancement wherever you work. You end up leading teams in your organization. You end up being the go-to person that has all the data answers and works with data and in different projects. And you run it while using yellow belts and green belts throughout the organization. So we offer that in it's going to be we've reduced it to a 12-week program this year. It's going to be kind of a blended. We're going to have it online and in person. So it's going to be very unique and a very good process to go through. We give you a test at the end of the course, and then you have to pass your project. So you do not become a certified yellow, green, or black belt until or especially green and black until you passed your project on top of the test. So it's really a lot of fun. It doesn't sound like it probably, but it's intense, but it's a lot of fun to go through. And we've had over 100 graduates in the Memphis area go through our institute for the past 9 years. This is our 32nd year to be here at the Chamber. We have been enhancing a lot of Memphis businesses for over 32 years. We do assessments, Baldrige-based assessments. We're a Baldrige-based center. We're modeled after the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award that the President of the United States gives away every year. And we have a Chamber Quality Cup Award. And we have one of our winners this year is Hope Works. And we're going to be giving that a little bit later. It's hard to see, I know, but we have a big ceremony. And the unique part is that anyone who wins our award is invited to go to Washington to the National Baldrige recognition ceremony when they have it, hopefully next year, because of the COVID-19, they haven't had it. We also are offering some back to business basics for a lot of our chamber members. I've authored several books. I've authored about 17 books. I'm working on my 18th book, and it's on a corporate pandemic assessment. We're offering for about $150. We're going to offer, I've done a workbook that will help you conduct a corporate pandemic assessment of your organization. It'll show you, it'll give you a benchmark tool, how to benchmark best pandemic practices. And we have about a 5-page how to develop a business plan after you bring all your findings together. So that's something that's very unique we're going to offer, and it's only offered here at the Memphis Chamber. So we're wanting to, and we're going to do it virtually. We'll send you out the assessment in advance, and we'll discuss your organization online. It'll be like one-on-one when we do this. We also have another back to business basics. It's called PATS, the Process Activated Training System. We're doing special pricing for small and even medium-sized businesses, and it allows you to script out your best work practices. A lot of organizations have had to hire new folks coming in because of the virus, and they've had to change some of their best practices. So we teach you how to do a 1-page flow chart and turn those into behaviorally written training scripts. So we're offering special pricing. If you want to call me, Don Fisher at the center, 543-3551, we'll work with you on the pricing of that. And we're offering a virtual root cause analysis, which is offered by the American Society of Quality, but we're offering it virtually. And normally they charge around $1,000 for it. We're charging here at the Chamber about $350 per person to go through this. And it's going to be over a 4-day period, like 3 to 4 hours a day. And so we're looking for interest in that, who wants to take it. And we're offering that for a back to business opportunity. So we're trying to enhance a lot of our chamber members. We try to enhance the workforce. We work with Susan in economic development. We work with all of our different constituencies here at the Chamber, and we're certainly all focused on making our Chamber members world-class in everything we do. Thanks. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Dr. Fisher. It is amazing to watch the companies and the individuals that go through Dr. Fisher's program. The opportunities that it opens up for so many is quite remarkable and a game changer. So Patricia, maybe you can type Dr. Fisher's contact information in the chat when you have an opportunity, and then those that are interested can get in touch with him. So it's time to give away our second prize, and filling in for our ambassador is Patricia Mckinney. Thank you, Patricia. Please, Patricia, ask the second question. Once you hear the question, if you know the answer, please shout it out. Patricia?
Who is the current chairman of the Chamber Board? Amy mentioned it, so please type that question in, and the first person that types correctly will be the winner of a wonderful prize that I will announce.
Types or shout it out. Chairman of the board. Da-da! Andrea Hill.
Andrea Hill. Andrea Hill, you are the winner of a complimentary visit at Memphis Spine and Sport. Congratulations, and I'll send that information to you. Email.
Andrea is on a roll. Excellent, excellent. Moving right along into our next round of presentations is our new celebrity. She's just been named to Top 40 Under 40 by the Memphis Business Journal. Our Chief Marketing Officer, April Childs Potter. April?
Thank you. Just for the record, I really am very, very close to 40. So but I appreciate that. Thank you very much. As Amy said, I'm the Chief Marketing Officer. I like to say CMO stands for Chief Memphis Officer. I tried to get Beverly to make my title Head Cheerleader of Memphis, but she said no. So we're really, really fortunate. I get to work with a great team, everybody here, to talk about all the awesome things that our city has to offer and to really help elevate the assets that we have as a community for investment. It's really exciting. I know that we talked at the top of this about how we haven't done Chamber 101 in this virtual environment. So I do want to circle back a couple of brand specific notes. You've heard a couple folks reference PEW. That stands for Public Policy, Economic Development, and Workforce, which are the three core areas of our work. At the end of the day, the Chamber is all about building prosperity for all in our region, and we do that by attracting and growing business, strengthening our talent pipeline, and making sure that our business environment is sound for job growth and investment. Our team gets to take all the hard work that everybody does and just elevate it through a couple of different channels. We also oversee our research and business intelligence function, so we can help also ground a lot of the things that we're doing, both as a chamber for the community as well as for our members in data. We get to tell the great Memphis business story and why this is such a great place to do business. And we do that in a couple of different ways. Through public relations, we pitch stories both locally and nationally about both our members and our business environment. I'm very happy to announce hot off the presses that Business Facilities Magazine just named Memphis one of the top 5 supply chain and logistics markets in the country, and also number 4 in lowest cost of living, which we think is a really big asset right now. We're hoping Susan can recruit lots of those companies, and we can get a lot of folks who no longer want to live in a 400 square foot apartment in Manhattan now that the coronavirus has made being in that cramped space not so fun. So that's some of what we do. We also maintain our website. Jessica Mason, who is on our team, Jessica, if you'll wave, she oversees our really robust social media presence. We reach over 100,000 folks each month with our social media outreach. We also oversee the production of some of our publications. I'll put in the chat links to those so that you can see them. One is called Momentum Magazine. It is a quarterly publication that helps us not only elevate our members, but again, it's another great resource for telling this Memphis business story. We have suspended that publication temporarily in the time of COVID, because the last thing we want to do right now is hand people things to pass around. So hopefully in a couple of months, we will be able to resume the print publication of that piece. We also oversee our Young Professionals Council, YP Memphis. We'll put the contact information for learning more about that in the chat as well. We offer lots of opportunities for your business to elevate its brand through traditional advertising and some PR opportunities through our social media and our blog. DeQuanda will probably speak about that in a moment through membership. But just a couple of things. We have a Monday morning message that goes out each week to over 5,000 local business leaders. It's a great place to advertise and a great place to share your news. I'm sure Patricia has shared with many of you all the exciting features of our website, including an area where you can update news and information about your organization, and we will elevate those stories each week in that Monday morning message, and we select a few each week to rotate across our social media as well. From an HR perspective, we also offer a lot of tools and resources to help you retain and recruit talent. That includes a free jobs board on our website, and those jobs are also promoted across our robust social media platforms each week in our Monday morning message. We also offer a free resume bank that offers great talent resources that you can tap into as part of your membership. We publish the Greater Memphis Relocation Guide, which is a free resource if your company is trying to recruit talent from outside of the market. It's a great way to do that. And we also can help from a research perspective If you're looking at job descriptions or interested in trying to expand your talent pool, we can help with some resources to help you with a skills-based hiring approach. So that's another thing we can do. From a research perspective, analysis as well as demographic overview information that can help your company really take its sales and marketing to the next level. I am sure that I have forgotten many things, but that's kind of it in a nutshell. We encourage you to visit memphischamber.com to learn more, and we will, as soon as I figure out how, I will put into the chat a couple of links to the resources that I mentioned. Thank you so much for your continued investment in moving Memphis forward.
Thanks, April. It takes a team here at the Chamber, and one of our MVPs is Yolanda Thompson. She's project manager for the Chairman's Circle, one of our top investment groups and leadership groups within the Greater Memphis Chamber. Yolanda?
Thanks, Amy. I hope everybody can hear me okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and give a disclaimer. I don't know what's happening with my background, so if I move and there's an M on my face, forgive me.
We like your blue teeth. That's very cool.
Apparently. Awesome. So I have the pleasure of filling in for the SVP of the Chairman's Circle today, Nancy Coffey, who is taking a well-deserved rest. And so I'm really excited to talk to you guys about the Chairman's Circle. So it's a group of about 120 of our region's top business leaders. We represent a variety of industry. The group really started in 2012. They had this vision to leverage their collective influence to move Memphis forward. And up until about that point, the Chamber had really been largely funded by the government. So the Chairman's Circle investments actually make sure that we as a Chamber can continue to serve as the independent voice of business. Now, over the years, this group of leaders have had significant impact on the economic progress of our region. They've had successes that have included things like the formation of the Regional Economic Alliance, Epicenter, securing funding for pre-K, addressing community blight through Memphis Transformed, and they were really instrumental in launching of Memphis 3.0. So I just want to brag on a couple of those successes for just a minute. So the Memphis and Shelby County Regional Economic Alliance is the first public-private partnership in our region. It's aimed at aligning key players in the economic development ecosystem, really under a shared set of publicly shared goals and objectives. And that's really important, that everybody in the region is aiming for the same thing. The initiative was driven by Richard Smith, our former chairman, supported by the Chairman's Circle, and championed by our mayor, Mayor Strickland. So in January of this year, I'm sure you all heard it, but I just want to repeat it. The Alliance announced that we had a record-breaking year last year. In 2019, and they set some really bold objectives this year. They hope to collectively attract more than $1.1 billion in investment and about 3,800 new jobs. Of course, you know, COVID has had some slight impact on that, but we're going to continue to move forward towards that objective. I'm moving on. You know, another thing I want to brag on is Epicenter. And if you guys aren't familiar with Epicenter, I'm here to tell you it's one of the greatest things in our community. It was established and initially funded by the Chairman's Circle. Turns out to be a world-class entrepreneurial hub, really connects and coordinates innovators to the support that they need to start and launch those ideas and scale their businesses. So since its inception in about 2014, more than 600 entrepreneurs have been served by Epicenter. We've raised more than $51 million in capital to grow and scale those businesses in Memphis. And according to demographics or reported demographic data from those companies, about 60% of them are actually entrepreneurs of color and 60% of them are women. And that's really important for really two main reasons. We know that our next generation of leaders is going to be the most diverse in this nation's history. So that's super important. That we are helping them build those businesses from the ground up, starting right here. But it's also a distinction that's been getting us some national attention. In this past May, the AOL founder, Steve Case, brought a busload of investors to Memphis, and these were investors looking to invest outside of the traditional Silicon Valley area, but we had an opportunity to show off our entrepreneurial hub, and it actually got us some good buzz around the country. So we're really proud of that. Now, aside from that, Chairman Circle continues to have a major impact on our region through a really focused agenda designed to create more economic prosperity and improve the quality of life for everyone in the greater Memphis region. And we do that through a few ways. Talk about those very briefly, because I could talk all day. But we have 3 main task forces, and these task forces actually align with our leaders and the work that they do here at the Chamber. So we have a market competitiveness task force, and that task force aims to strategize about where those focused market interventions can attract new business and accelerate growth in our region, and we're hoping to improve the output from our region. We have a business climate task force that works with our government and our public policy divisions to drive modernization and efficiency of doing business here in Memphis. And then finally, we have our workforce task force, which really focuses on strengthening our talent pipeline. We do things like meet with higher ed and connect them to our Chairman Circle members. And we want to make sure that we are producing the talent with the skills that our businesses need, not only now, but also in the future. We actually just started those rounds of conversations, and we will continue those until we make sure that demand is met. And then our Chairman Circle members kind of represent us in a wide variety of other different initiatives. We have an initiative right now where we're looking to reimagine Memphis as we come out of the COVID crisis, and what that looks like in recovery, building resiliency, and resetting what we do in our community. Chairman Circle members participate on the Power Supply Committee and have been really, participating in this protest progress effort. So we're really looking forward to the output from those efforts as well. As members of the Chairman Circle, you get a chance to kind of, talk to other members and engage in a lot of thought leadership. For the remainder of this year, we're doing what we call a series of social plus substance. That's what we're calling these events. And we're going to talk about things that are relevant to now. So we're talking about, what does hospitality look like in our new normal? International business and what impact COVID has had on that. What does the future of healthcare look like because of COVID? And then logistics technology. I think somebody already made reference to a conversation we had. So we're going to continue that conversation and see where that takes us. And lastly, I'm going to just brag a little bit on our biggest engagements of the year. We have what we call brain trust meetings. We have 3 a year. And this is really where our Chairman Circle members get a chance to contribute their inspiration and insight to help grow our region's agenda. So we are very privileged to have this rare opportunity for our last Brain Trust meeting of the year. We're going to have a fireside chat with Richard Smith and Fred Smith of FedEx. It is very rare. Even FedEx have a hard time getting both of them in a room together. So we are really privileged to bring our Chairman Circle this amazing opportunity. And what they're going to discuss, they're going to talk a little bit about how COVID-19 has impacted the global economy. They've aggressively responded to this change in business environment through partnership and alliances. So they're going to talk a little bit about that in September. So with that, thank you guys for your time and for listening listening to me ramble about the Chairman Circle. If you are interested in more information, you can contact me. I can put my email address in the chat. Or if I've already convinced you that you need to be a part of this group, then definitely let us know. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, Yolanda. Your passion is apparent. I'm giving Kia Johnson your 5-minute warning. We are 5 minutes away from asking you to come back on, Kia. To wrap up our presentations is our membership team. We are going to start off with our membership account executives, Jeanette Jones.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time today. I want to welcome our new members, and also we have some prospects that have joined us as well. Very excited that you guys were able to join us. There are actually 5 levels of membership. The first one is the build level. The build level, this is for our smaller business with 10 or fewer employees. Our engaged membership level, this is for our established, smaller, growing businesses. The next level is the advocate level. The advocate level is for our seasoned small businesses. Then we get to the leadership level, which is our board of advisors. This is for businesses that are looking to make a greater impact in the Memphis community. And then the board of governors, this is for our leadership level of businesses that want to network with the leaders in the city. Chairman Circle is also part of the membership team, which Yolanda did an amazing job describing that. Also just wanted to let you know that our membership team, if you are interested in learning more about membership, we'd be glad to send you some information. You can just put your information in the chat and we'll make sure we follow up with you. I will close by saying being a member of the chamber gives you a seat at the table that you may not have been invited to before. I'm gonna pass the torch on to Eddie Hayes, who's gonna talk to you about how to get the most out of your membership.
Hello, everyone. I think the first thing that you should do if you were a member of the chamber is to frequently check our website. If you don't get our Memphis Monday morning communication, which is our primary vehicle for communicating, please let us know. During COVID, I think April and Yolanda's fingers are tired because we've probably been posting a message 3 to 4 times. I say Yolanda, I meant Jessica, I apologize. 3 to 4 times a week, we've got a message coming out about something related to COVID and how we can continue to operate and do business in this climate. Under normal circumstances, I've kind of developed a saying that the chamber's opportunities to enhance your membership fall into 2 buckets. The first being professional development. That happens through series of meetings called Lunch in the Know or special one-off events. We have a thought leadership series that goes on quite frequently. So there are opportunities for you to gain some knowledge on how your business or you individually might grow. The second bucket is conversation and cocktails, opportunities to strictly network, meet somebody, tell them who you are, find out what someone else does. We've transitioned all of that in this era of COVID to an online format. But the 2 principles still hold the same. We've got professional development opportunities, our Lunch in the Know series, our thought leadership series. We are sponsoring some webinars on, there was one today on partnerships. So there's always an opportunity for you to enhance your business, grow your knowledge. The second is still conversation and cocktails and things like this. Opportunities for you to get your name, your brand, your face out in front of the chamber community, but as well as the Memphis business community. So take advantage of the website, check it frequently, take advantage of the newsletter, make sure you're getting it, and please let us know if you're not getting that. And I think those are the 2 ways that we really reach out to help grow our membership. I'm going to turn it over now to DeQuanda Smith, who will talk about some of our advertising and marketing opportunities.
Hello and welcome to all of our new members, and many thanks to Jeanette and Eddie for chaperoning these memberships. My name is DeQuanda Smith. I am responsible for sponsorship development. Our sponsorships serve as vehicles to elevate your brand and market position by delivering a presence on a variety of platforms that include but are not limited to publications, newsletters, live and virtual events, digital and social media, and broadcast television. Some of you were recently featured on our television show, Memphians on the Move, just last week, and I have to say hello to Rick Rogala. I saw Rick on the call from Local 24 and CW30. But our practice is taking a customized approach to providing the perfect fit for your brand and targeted demographic. I also work alongside Amy Daniels on our Small Business Council and Women's Business Council. We have a robust amount of meaningful programs under those umbrellas. To learn more about these opportunities, you may reach out to me at dsmith@memphischamber.com, or you can reach out to Jeanette and Eddie as well. Again, welcome to the Chamber.
Thanks, you guys. It is now my pleasure to introduce, I don't know, like Hall of Famer, lifelong member. I don't know. He's been around for as long as I've been around, and I've been around for almost 24 years now. So DeJuan Hendricks, who will never retire or resign from the ambassadors because, as I said before, he's lifelong. DeJuan, I think you have a great prize to give away.
I do, Ashley. Again, my name is DeJuan Hendricks. Welcome to everybody. This is my 21st consecutive year as a chamber ambassador. I started in 1999 I was 24 years old. 13 days ago, I turned 46. So to all the new members, that should show you exactly how I feel about the chamber. And actually, I think I've maximized my chamber membership no matter what company I've been with. Let me read the, let's see here. It says, okay, here is the question. Am I reading this question correct? Okay.
Yes.
And this was said earlier. Can you name the 3 principal areas of the chamber's work? April said it, and Bobby said it as well.
Shout it out or type it in.
The 3 principal areas. Bobby mentioned it. April mentioned it.
Andrea Hill, this does not mean you this time, okay?
I know them. I see they missed my opportunity, everybody, for me to give my speech on Pew. Bobby, you tried to do it. You just didn't do it as well as I do it normally. But
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's a hint, everybody. Pew is a hint. Pew is a hint.
Pew. Think about it. What does P stand for? What Bobby told you? What?
We'll take one letter.
P. What does the E stand for? And if anybody misses this, what
Okay.
does
Tiffany Hogan, Public
Tiffany
Policy, Economic Development. Tiffany, that's close enough, honey. We're giving it to you. Public
Charity
Policy,
was
Economic
doing it
Development,
too.
and Workforce, Greta Brown. Greta, you know what? Okay, Tiffany, you're going to get the first prize, which Patricia's going to tell you what it is.
Actually can tell you, it says here,
Tell us, DeJuan.
it says a meal replacement tea and shake courtesy of Rockin' Nutrition.
So again, Rockin' Nutrition is one of our newer members. I mean, to open up a business during this time of COVID, and she joined the chamber. Y'all go visit her, Rockin' Nutrition. She has amazing teas. Greta Brown, Public Policy, Economic Development, and Workforce Development. I don't know about you, Kaylin Harris, our ambassador, but I think she deserves the final prize. Kaylin, are you with us?
I am. Hi,
There
everyone.
you are. Kaylin, I think she deserves the prize. So I don't think you have to ask the question, but can you announce what the prize is? Because it's pretty remarkable.
Okay, perfect. So your prize is 1 year of chicken salad, courtesy of Chicken Salad Chick. So congratulations.
Woo-hoo! Chamber members, thank you so much for joining us. Greta will get your contact information. Everyone else who won a prize will make sure to hook you up with your gift cards and certificates and information. It has been an honor and a privilege to have you join us for our first virtual Chamber 101, 182 years in the making. Kia Johnson, alum of Consortium MMT. Take it away, Beverly. I want to see you dancing. Happy birthday to my boss, Beverly Robertson. Kia, take it away.
Happy birthday. Well, you know what? Let's do a little happy birthday for her, right?
All right. Everyone has to turn their mic on. I'm not going to be the only one singing. Okay. Let's go, Kia.
Happy birthday to you. And I know this beautiful young lady. So Miss Beverly, happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless you with many, many, many blessings. Hey, happy birthday to you. Everybody clap for Miss Beverly.
Awesome.
Glad nobody jumped in to sing with that one. That was beautiful. You would have messed it up real good.
I thought Kia was going to go to the happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to you.
I know that one.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Everybody just first say happy birthday. Happy birthday. One more time. Everybody say. Said happy birthday. Happy
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Happy birthday, Beverly.
Thank you.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you. Great job today. Thank you all for being members of the chamber. And I promise you, next time I will give my spiel. Bobby did a great job in talking about Pew, and so did April. But I guarantee you, before this is all over, each one of you are going to know what that PEW stands for. Public policy, economic development, workforce development. I see you, Charity. I see you. Thank you, guys, and have a good evening. We'll look forward to seeing you sometime soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Everybody.
Thanks, everyone.